I'm starting this retreat vlog 2 weeks before the actual retreat because, believe it or not, the biggest amount of work gets done before the retreat. All of the planning, testing out recipes, making a menu, planning the goodie bags, all of that is done before the actual weekend. Then of course during the weekend I am making food and making sure everyone has what they need, and we spend a lot of time together. But most of the prep work happens before. And so today I made these little tiramisu balls. I'm thinking of making actual tiramisu, but I thought these were quite nice to just have as a little snack. So I made these. I will try one right now, live reaction. They're quite soft, and I put some cocoa powder on top. Yep, I would give this an 8 out of 10. Yeah, approved. We continue the retreat shopping. I always like to go to the supermarket a few days before the retreat to just have a look what's currently in season, what's available, and to inform the menu that I'm going to be making. So let's go grocery shopping. Next stop on my food shopping journey is the Mediterranean Foods here in Capri, which is my favorite shop because they have original, authentic Italian products, which is great for everything I need in the kitchen, but also for goodie bags and stuff like that, to put some more special products in there, because I know the guests that come to my retreats are foodies, so they enjoy some special food products. So let's see what I have. Full of stuff. My job today is to write each guest an individual letter that I will usually put on their bed or as part of their goodie bag. I think it just adds another personal touch, and it's something that they might not expect. It's really nice to come into a room and there is a nice little letter for you. They all get their own personal message. I always ask them when they book what they want to get out of the retreat, so I try to personalize my message along those criteria. And then I also want to print some itineraries for the guests that I will be putting in little frames that I will put on their bedside tables, so everyone knows when is it dinner time, when are we having lunch, and when do we have downtime, which is 90% of the time we will be spending at the retreat. Downtime, time for reading, for a nap, for relaxing, for chats with other book friends. So that is a new addition that I'm making this time around. And then I might already look at already packing some more blind dates with a book, but maybe not, we'll see. It's retreat week, which means on the Monday I will place my click and collect order for Thursday, so I can start food prepping the day before. What you see here is my detailed list of menu, each and every dish that I'm gonna make, and every single ingredient that I need for it, which I will then put into an online order that I can pick up. I can also go to the shop and pick that up in person, but I just find it easier to order everything online, and if they don't have everything I can still always go into the shop. But this just saves me a lot of time, and I can make sure that everything that is on this list also ends up here in my order. So we're gonna pick that up on Thursday and hope that they manage to pick up everything. What I still need to do this week, however, is pack all of the goodie bags. I need to obviously start some food prepping, and I also need to get all of the decor, all of the little special details ready to be all packed into the car on Friday. So that's me, lots of work to do, and I'm getting really excited. It's a really awesome feeling to know that this weekend we're gonna be spending time together in a beautiful place, and have an awesome weekend together. It's Tuesday today, so we have Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we go on a retreat. So what my job for today is all the packages here and everything you see here on my desk needs to go into the goodie bags, and I'm also going to pack some more blind dates with a book that people can go on that date with. Last time they were quite popular. I think there's always the initial, I'm going to read a book that I wanted to read, and then once that is finished, they're like, okay, maybe I'm going to have a look, maybe try something new, and do a little step outside of the comfort zone with a book that they don't know anything about. So we're gonna do that, pack some of the goodie bags hopefully, otherwise I'll do that tomorrow. And there's 3 more days left before we leave. now Wednesday, so 2 days before we leave on the retreat. Today I got some first food prep done. I made some tiramisu balls, I made some chocolate salami, I think you would call it, and I started preparing a focaccia that I'm gonna bake off tomorrow afternoon. For the rest, I have not done much, but tomorrow is the big food prep day. I'm not going to be doing any work in my marketing business tomorrow. It's all just about prepping food, making sauces, making pizza dough, making anything else that I can already prep so I can be fully present during the retreat and I don't need to stand in the kitchen all weekend long. So that's on for tomorrow. It is Thursday today, so tomorrow we're going on a reading retreat, which means that today is the big food prep day. So I'm going to the shop now to pick up all of my groceries and hopefully they got everything, which is always a bit of a surprise with the click and collect. And then I am going to pick up a last few things for the goodie bags, just some local food from around here, and then the big prep begins. Exciting! Okay, I still have to jump in for 2 things that they didn't have, but that's okay. Got everything I need. Secured all of the groceries. They were like, nah, she can't have the full order. That's not possible. So now we go and pick up some more goodies and then we start the food prep. Second stop of the day done. I got some hot sauces and new spices from Apostle Hot Sauce. They're so good. Fantastic happy business, so I couldn't not get anything from them. Off to the last stop. Last stop done as well. Off to home and prepare all the food. As you can tell, it's still dark outside. It's 5:30. My day starts quite early today, but there's a few things to prepare still. I have to go to Martinborough, pack everything up, and then get everything ready for my guests to arrive around 2 p.m. So let's get going. My car is all packed, as you can see, and there's a lot of stuff in the back as well still. So, ready to go. I'm about halfway to Martinborough. I'm just about to go over the Remotaka Hill. The weather is positively shite today, but the good thing about a reading retreat is that we do not need to go outside, and it's super cozy inside when you don't have anything else to do but read. There is going to be a nice cozy fireplace. We have comfortable sofas. It's going to be chef's kiss, and you're gonna have the feeling that there's nothing else you were meant to do during that weekend but read. I just arrived at the property and the photos really just don't do it justice. Let me turn around the camera for you and show you the dining room, the kitchen, because it's insane. So this is the dining room, gorgeous windows. This is the hallway, so cute. The kitchen. I've already unpacked most of our groceries. This is for the snack station. We have a pizza dough ready for tonight. Gorgeous. The sun is coming out. Oh, these windows. What a dream. I want to live here permanently. Let me show you the rest of the house. Upstairs are the other rooms, but I'll show you that another time. Look at this. This is where we will probably be spending most of our time. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at that sun coming out. Ah, amazing. I'm getting a few things ready. For example, a little snack station and some water. This is our gorgeous, gorgeous living area. Can't wait to fill this with people who are reading. My favorite spot, however, is this here. Look how gorgeous. Now that I'm over 30, I actually had to take a nap after lunch to be ready for my guests. It's now 10 minutes before the guests officially arrive. We'll see when they actually do arrive, because most of them are driving and we obviously never know how the traffic is. But yeah, this is the calm before the storm, even though the storm is literally outside with us. It's been pretty windy, but we're warm and cozy in here. And I can't wait for all the guests to come and see what I've prepared and for them to have a fantastic weekend. It is now 9:43, so I'm about to go to bed. But a quick recap of the day. Everyone arrived around like 3 until like 5-ish, so that was perfect. We had some initial aperitivo snacks that everyone really enjoyed. I gave everyone a house tour, showed them around, and I felt like they all got along pretty well. Then we had dinner, we had pizza, and for one of the guests I made an alternative menu because of some food restrictions. And as a dessert we had fresh strawberries, the first of the season, so really excited, with some mint sugar, and we also had some chocolate salami and little tiramisu balls. So that was really good. Everyone really enjoyed it and went to bed very happy. Now I'm in bed as well, got my makeup off, did my skincare, finished my first book. Not that I started it today. I read this book over the last few weeks, and now I had about 80 pages left, so that's finished. Now I can start our book club book, which is Catabasis. It's a pretty chunky one, so we'll see how far I get during the weekend, but yeah. We're having some dessert, tiramisu, to be healthy. Day 2, check. Today was a really good day. I always love the Saturday because you have so much time to read and to do everything, and it's not an arrival or departure day, so everyone feels relaxed and yeah, doesn't have to stress about arriving or leaving. So yeah, today was a good day. A lot of steps again. My legs definitely are starting to feel it, but we're powering through. We just had dinner, and then we did some bookmarks together, some crafts, and a bit of reading in the living room. We had some dessert, and now we're all off to bed. And then tomorrow is our last day already. The reading retreat is now officially over. I'm all by myself again in the house. The last few ghosts of the retreat are in the room, I feel. Now it's time to clean up everything, like our snack station, walk around, see that everything is left in place, and then it's back home for me as well. All done here at the beautiful house. Now it's ready to go home. Hi, this is Hannah from the future, who just realized that she did not film an end scene for this vlog, so here you are, you're getting me from the future. I have to say, while hosting reading retreats is always physically but also mentally challenging for me, because I am the only person who does everything falls back on me, it was also incredibly rewarding and fulfilling. Every single time I get home from a retreat, I immediately want to plan the next one because I just love doing it. So with that, a little announcement: we are going to be hosting another reading retreat in Martinborough at the same property in January. So if you're wanting to join us, head to the link in the description to go onto the wait list, because tickets are always released there first. If you're watching this a little bit later, then head directly to the website to see if we still have spots available, which is probably not very likely because they usually tend to sell out really quickly, but have a look or get on the waitlist for any upcoming ones. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this.